Okay, Merry Christmas, everybody. It's actually Christmas afternoon, and I'm making a Christmas bow. You saw me make the last hickory bow that I chasing a growth ring with. This is another one I chased the growth ring with on a stave, and I trimmed the stave and I shaped it. And this time I made sure I used the heat gun around the riser to take out moisture so there'd be no big moisture cracks. And the only flaw I see in this one here is this, and I don't know how that's going to play out, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to cook it in a little while. It's Christmas afternoon. It's 20 to 2, and I'm going to light these coals. And I made a bow today out of a stave that I had already brought down to a growth ring, a hickory stave. Today I'm making a Christmas bow for me, because the last bow that I made, the chasing hickory rings bow, I had to make shorter because it had a moisture crack in it, and the moisture crack was because I didn't put enough heat. When I bent it, it bent so easy that I didn't put heat in the riser, enough heat with the heat gun. You know, I go over every inch of the bow, the inner limbs and then the outer limbs when I clamp it, and the riser too, to make sure there's enough moisture taken out. And I did that with this bow today. Remember my torch that went on fire and I tossed it? Well, the problem was the threads, had a leak in the threads. I don't know if there was debris or whatever, but I got a new one, $63 later. Okay, we're good. New torch, new day, Christmas Day. If you watch my video chasing hickory rings, you can see exactly how I'm making this bow. So I won't make it another long drawn out video. Basically what I did with that bow, I'm doing with this bow. With the exception, I removed some moisture out of the riser so we don't have any big cracks. This way I'll be able to tiller it to the weight I want, and it won't be thinner than I want. I like to make a 37-pound 3D bow, 66 inches, and we're going to see if we could achieve that. So I'm going to fire harden it today. I'm going to put moisture in it tonight. I may glue the buffalo horn tips on tonight. I may shape some buffalo horn tips later, and AE40 epoxy them on. I have a little AE40 left. I want to use that up. And I ordered a new can just to have in stock, 2 brand new cans right from the factory, so they're not, you know, they haven't been sitting on the shelf for a while. Okay, once these catch, we'll cook it, and I'll show you when I'm done. This way you don't have to see me check it every 15-20 minutes. And I'll kind of speed through when I tiller it too. I'll just show you when I'm starting and the finish, okay? Once again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you're enjoying time with your family, whatever you celebrate, even if you don't celebrate anything. Like I always say at the end of my videos, every day you wake up is a good day. Make the best of this day that you're watching this video. Enjoy life, it's short. Coals need to catch a little bit more, but we're going to call it a 2 o'clock start time, even though time isn't important. We want to get it brown. Okay, it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. And what I did was, it takes a little extra time. It's 39 degrees out. And I tilted it down and heated the ends of the limbs a little bit more, so I get a little more color there. About 20 minutes each. And once again, the idea isn't scorch it to get the color, it's to let it cook. So it had a light color, and I put it a little lower and watched it and let it cook a little more. So we're done. Okay, check out the nice color. I'll show you in a minute. The clamps are still a little warm, and I'm freezing. It went from 39 degrees to 29 degrees. It's 29 degrees right now, according to the thermometer in the back I have. So we're going to let it cool, and I'll give you a closer look of the Christmas bow. Okay, here's my fire hardened hickory bow, my Christmas bow. See the back set? I got to tell you, we had a little spring back, a ever so slight spring back on each side, and I think it's what's happening. This one 2.5 hours. I think it's what's happening when it's like 30 degrees out. It's different. It's a little different. It don't hold the shape perfect. You get a tiny little bit of spring back. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, we got color all the way down to the tips. There's color in the fade outs. Okay, color down to the tips. Maybe not a lot, but it's there. And it was cooked. I got to tell you, it cooked. And it's looking good. And this is going to be the 37 pounds I was trying for at the length I want. This is going to be like my chasing the hickory ring bow. Okay. Okay, we got a nice back set. Okay. And my chasing hickory rings bow that I made, because it had a lot of moisture and it had a crack in the limb, so I had to make it thinner. So to obtain the minimum of 35 pounds that I wanted, I had to make it shorter. So I made it shorter and I got to 35 pounds. But I really want something. I really wanted what I wanted. I want this. This is going to be 66 inches and it's going to be 37 pounds. And this will be my 3D bow. And the other one will be a fun backup bow. And I'm thinking even putting rawhide on the back of that, because I felt like a lot of stress when I pulled it back, like it's under a lot of tension. It shot good, but I want to make sure that it holds up. So I ordered some rawhide, and when it comes in, I'm going to back that bow with rawhide. Okay, next for me is maybe tonight I'll put buffalo horn tips on, and next couple of days when I get a chance, I'll tiller it, shape it, and shoot it. After you fire harden these bows, definitely get a wet rag and put moisture back in the limbs and the riser. Because if you test it with a moisture meter, there's nothing in here, zero. There'll be, you know, my meter registers 4%. Anything under that is zero. Some of them are 5%, and anything under that, zero. But this will read zero on a moisture meter. So we're going to make sure we put moisture back in the limbs, because the idea is, you know, I'm going to glue on the antler tips, and it's going to take a good 2 days to dry, and then I'm going to tiller it, but I want moisture in it. I don't want to tiller anything that's all dried out. Just don't want to do it. Okay. Don't be afraid to sop it up.